Hey cookies! So last week I made this dish on my Snapchat. Everyone loved it and wanted the recipe. So today I'm going to show you how I make my blackened redfish or catfish with a delicious pepperjack and crawfish cream sauce. Let's do it. Alright, starting off, I have some redfish. You can use catfish or even that tilapia, which I don't want you to use, but use what you want, okay? And we're going to make our own blackening season, which is so easy. I just use my favorite Cajun seasoning and add some black pepper. That's it. Mix it up and sprinkle it evenly on your fish. Just go ahead and make sure you do it to both sides. Pat it in, rub it with your fingers, make sure that it gets in there. Yeah, don't forget the other side. Even put it on that skin and kind of pat the seasoning in there. Now we're just going to let it sit there and think about its life while we work on this sauce. I won't spend a whole lot of time on the sauce because it's very similar to my crawfish Alfredo sauce. I'll link that below. But I just add some butter and some onion, some garlic, a little bit of bell pepper, and some heavy cream. But here's where it's a little different. I add some cream cheese. Make sure that it's softened cream cheese so that it easily melts into the sauce. Can't forget to add our seasoning. If you want an in-depth tutorial on this sauce, again, it's the same as my crawfish Alfredo. I will link that down in the description box and I'll walk you through it all. But now just bring that sauce up to a simmer. Now for the cheese. This time I'm using Pepperjack cheese instead of the Parmesan. And all I did was just buy a block of Pepperjack cheese and I shredded it. Please use Pepperjack. It just takes this sauce over the top. It's delicious. Okay, cookies, once the cheese starts to melt, we want to add in our crawfish tails. I drained the fat on these just because I want to keep the sauce light and not orangey. And I also add a little bit of liquid crab oil, y'all know, and some onion and garlic powder to the crawfish tails before I added them to the sauce. Now lower the heat and let them sit there and marinate and marry the flavors in that sauce while we work on our fish. Okay, I have some olive oil heating up in my cast iron skillet on medium-high heat. This will keep my butter from burning. And the butter I'm using is the same one I use in my pot roast, this garlic and herb butter. I love it, but you can use regular. Go ahead and add in your butter. Once the butter melts, I add in my fish and I'm going to cook it for about 3 minutes per side on medium-high heat. And if you're using a cast iron skillet, you may need to lower the heat a little bit. We don't want to burn, just blacken. And cookies, please be careful when it's time to flip. You don't want this butter and oil to splash on you. It burns, okay? And if you can see, we have a nice little crust. It's not burnt. It's blackened just right. And we're going to go ahead and do the other side. After about 2 to 3 minutes, I flip the fish back over and I kind of baste it with the butter. Now the heat is turned off, okay? That cast iron skillet locks in heat, so we can turn it completely off and it's time to eat. Feel free to serve this over mashed potatoes or with a loaded potato, over asparagus, however you like it. I paired it with some angel hair pasta and it was so delicious. And that is it, cookies. As always, thank you so much for watching. The recipe link will be down there in the description box. Make sure you cook this for Bae. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's time for me to eat. So until next time, I love you. Be blessed.